Hey everyone, what up? Matt Kaiser here, and Happy New Year everyone. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, let alone a very good 2024. And now we're in 2025 and we got lots of things, from brand new exciting releases, and more and all exciting news. And we're kicking off with some very interesting New Year's greetings from the major players from Koei Tecmo. Now, a couple of days ago before, it became 2025, we had the traditional where lots of Japanese developers send out their whole New Year's greetings and their ambitions for 2025. Things from Square Enix, from Bandai Namco to Capcom, and Konami. But most in all, there's also Koei Tecmo, and has some really interesting comments that has actually got a lot of people speculating from potential exciting new releases. But before we begin, if you like what you're seeing here, by all means, like the video, click the subscribe button if you're new, and hit that bell notification icon if you want more JRPG content, Warriors content, and general gaming content from yours truly. And with that said, let's get back to the video. So the big four players that we've got to talk about is from Tomihiko, as well as also Yosuke Hayashi, Fumihiko Yasuda, and Junzo Hosoi. Now we start off with Tomihiko, who you may know as the producer of the Dynasty Warriors series, and he's been worked on previous titles like Dynasty Warriors 3, all the way up to Dynasty Warriors 6, as well as Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, Dragon Quest Champions, and of course my beloved Fate Samurai Remnant, and he's also the producer for Dynasty Warriors Origins. Now here's what he has to say for his ambitions for 2025. In 2025, we first like as many people as possible to enjoy Dynasty Warriors Origins, which will be released on January 17. And that's not all for Omega Force. In our continued efforts to deliver the best games in the future, we're working hard on various titles, and we hope to make an interesting announcement before spring arrives. We would be grateful if you continue to keep an eye on Omega Force. And that has got lots of people actually really excited, as obviously we know that Dynasty Warriors Origin is the biggest new title for 2025. I mean, it's one of the longest waited Dynasty Warrior releases we had in a long time, so it makes sense for that game to be, the one to have big eyes for. But to hear that they're having maybe another announcement of another Warriors game has got many people excited, because truth be told, Omega Force is one of those people that, more than not, does do nearly annual releases. I mean, if you go back in say the 2020s, we had Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and 2021 we had Persona 5 Strikers localization, and then around 2022 we had both One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 and Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and then 2023 we of course had Fate Samurai Remnant, and 2024 was a bit of a light year for them, with the only exception being of course Samurai Warriors 4 DX for the PC, as well as Fate Samurai Remnant content, as well as even new updates for One Piece Warriors 4, Pirate Warriors 4. So it does seem that not only are we going to get Dynasty Warriors Origins this year, but we'll maybe also get a brand new announcement, like a new Warriors game. Now, if I had to wager on what this new Warriors title could be, I think it's in line for a new one specifically for the Nintendo Switch 2. Because as you guys know, Koei Tecmo really likes to do collaborations, and a couple of months back they said that they're willing to do more collaboration games moving forward, and them doing like a brand new Warriors title for the Nintendo Switch 2 will be a good call, especially if they can take advantage and power of that system, given that's going to run much better than the original Switch, and especially for the Warrior games designed for the Switch one, it's going to be a much more impressive feat both graphically and in terms of performance, which is really exciting. Now, what game could it be? Could it be another Hyrule Warriors or another Fire Emblem Warriors? I don't entirely think so, despite those two being relatively popular, as given that we already had two for each series, I think they want to move away from that temporarily and focus on something else. Now there's two suggestions. one of which is Xenoblade Warriors, which is what many will be really dying for, as I think it's definitely possible and would make the most sense, especially on how they can branch out the Xenoblade IP, since that IP has been relatively growing very strong ever since the Switch era, with the tons of releases, and we're getting more releases now with Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition coming this March, which is really awesome. So I do think the Xenoblade Warriors would be absolutely awesome, especially on how they handle, the Xenoblade style of gameplay mixed with the Warriors combat and the crossover aspects and all that. But there's also discussion of maybe that Mario could have a Warriors title. I mean, it wouldn't be too outlandish, as obviously we even had like Hyrule Warriors and whatnot for Zelda. And this year was also the 40th anniversary for Super Mario Bros., so it would make sense to even have, like, say, a Mushroom Warriors title of some sort. I mean, could you imagine playing as Mario, Luigi, Bowser, or Princess Peach, and taking down like 1,000 Goombas, Koopas, Paratroopers? That would be hilarious. But oh no, I do think that this next announcement might be potentially a Warriors game for the Nintendo Switch 2. Maybe during the presentation they'll have a reveal of it, as Koei Tecmo is, does favor the Switch as it's one of its strongest partners with the Warriors series, with the Atelier series. So I do think if it's gonna be like how the Switch 1 presentation had, like, Fire Emblem Warriors, I think having a Switch 2 presentation and having a Warriors announcement for that would be really cool. Next we also have is the new AAA Studio from Koei Tecmo Games, and this is from Yosuke Hayashi, who's known for Rise of the Ronin, Neo, Wild Hearts, Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive, Hyrule Warriors, and Fire Emblem. And he says here is that 2025 should be a year where we can announce and deliver various titles, including the new AAA Studio I'm currently in charge of. Title, I should say. I hope this year even brings greater excitement to the entertainment format that is video games. And lots of people are curious about what this new AAA title that, this new AAA studio is developing. Given that this guy has been worked on lots of different series, some people might say that it is either just a brand new Ninja Gaiden. I mean, it would be cool to have one, especially given the fact that we have a brand new 2D Ninja Gaiden that's been developed by .emu and Blasphemous, I think the same people that gave us the wonderful TMNT Shredder's Revenge. So having like a brand new long-awaited 3D Ninja Gaiden would be a cool idea to capitalize that to make give the return of Ninja Gaiden, as it's been long since Ryu has returned into the spotlight once again. But it could be also a new IP of some sort, or maybe it could also be partly collaboration with Nintendo, as they might even do another Fire Emblem game. I mean, Koei Tecmo has worked with Fire Emblem before with doing Three Houses, and of course the Warriors games. But it's tough to say really, especially when we get to the next one that's being done by Team Ninja here. And this one is from Fumihiko Yasuda, who's known also for Rise of Ronin, Ninja Gaiden, and Neo, and says here that in 2025, Team Ninja would celebrate its 30th anniversary, and we hope to announce and release titles fitting for the occasion. Now, if we take both the AAA Studio and Team Ninja into equation, we could get some new announcements from them, like potentially either A, a new Ninja Gaiden game, or B, a brand new Dead or Alive game, or C, something else like another Souls-like, even though I know some people aren't really, are really tired of Neo's Souls-likes from them and they want to have the return of Dead or Alive or even Ninja Gaiden, so it's really tough to say. And then last off we have Junzo Hosoi here, and he is of course the head of Gust. And his message talks about, Atelier Yumia as well as the brand new Atelier Resleriana offline console game. And he says here that, however, at the end, he says that Gust is also working on some new titles and to look forward to them. And given the fact that Gust is one of those developers that can constantly pump out different types of games, annually, which is impressive. Even 2 games in 1 year, which is also an amazing feat. It's really interesting to say on what he could be developing. I know maybe people are theorizing that after Atelier Yumia and after the Atelier Resleriana, that they might either do like a long-awaited Atelier Dusk 4, or something like an Atelier Ellie and Lily remake, or maybe even go back to one of their older IPs like a brand new Blue Reflection game, or even revive like say the Talenko series, or Knights of Azure, or even do something else completely original, like a brand new original IP maybe. It's tough to say, but we only can hope to find out through, the next coming months, as Koei Tecmo themselves already has a pretty stacked lineup of upcoming releases. 3 big ones with of course Dynasty Warriors Origins, Atelier Yumia, and Atelier Resleriana Offline. And that would have to be it for me. I know this was a short one, but I wanted to get it out anyway, and talk my general thoughts and speculation on what these exciting new titles are and what they could possibly be in the future. So with that said, until then, let me know down in the comments what games you think that they are going to be making, or what do you hope to see be revealed sometime this year. Let me know down in the comments. So until then, Mad Kaiser, out.